Testing, testing. Hello, hello, hello. Roman is awesome. Let's go Rhubarb. What's up, Andrew Meep? Gazerchu? How's it going? Burrito Dad is here. Welcome, Burrito Dad. Wow. Kingsman with those... What are those glasses? Do people say big if true anymore? Is that a thing? Is that over? Are we on a time crunch at all? I mean, why do you ask? What's up, Pollo? EBM. Stolen short sword. Oopsie. You might need a few breaks in between games. I mean, it depends on how long the breaks are. I mean, this does end up being a 3-hour stream, so, you know, breaks do extend the stream, which also extends the need for breaks. But, I mean, you know, reasonably small breaks are fine. It's all Americans. So, you know, it's not like you're keeping a European up till 4 in the morning. Chef Boyard Jeebs, what's up? Tacky is here. Andrew Meep. I mean, everybody important is here. Oh, did I did I do... I did. Eyeball not competing. Eyeball was down in Challengers. I don't know if he ended up... well, yeah, he certainly didn't qualify high enough, or... I don't know, I'll have to look. Was he down in Challengers? I don't know if he withdrew or whatever. Yeah, no. All right, I guess Eyeball didn't play this month. I'm gonna... I don't know if I want to play today. Yeah, I mean... I understand. It's a little last minute to push back, so do your best. If you need to, you know, take a couple of small breaks, but unfortunately, it's very tight to schedule these, so usually we don't have a lot of options, so. Vandy, what has been your favorite in-person event? Yours was either Lone Star 2022 or 2023. Yeah, both of those were pretty epic. I don't know. I enjoyed the Montreal one. Was good. I liked the location. I liked the way it was laid out. And, you know, it was cool to meet people that I wouldn't have otherwise met. So that was cool. But yeah, Lone Star 2023 was really good. I don't know. I don't know if how many Lone Stars we will do. How many more? So that could have been... These three could have been the last... Well, first and last ones. Yeah, Montreal was good. I mean, CTWC 2019, that will always stand out for me just because it was totally different than all the ones it came after, because it was in its own room and that room was small and so much happened there. I enjoyed that one. Oh, do we have to start? I guess we have to start. Yeah, I was there at 2019. I was on the comms team. I did the side station. I guess we have to start. But let me just check something here. Hold on. There's that. Okay, this all works. Okay, and it's orange bracket. So it should be this, right? Okay. And let me just take a moment to set up our cams. He's like, every month, you know, they shift the position of the camera on their scenes, you know? All right. There's that. Beautiful. And where's this one? And Rhubarb's not going yet. Okay. No, Rhubarb is going. Okay, there you go. Look at that. Look at these gentlemen. Wow. Did you eat poutine? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I had one that was really delicious. It was lived up to my expectations. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever in the world you are. You're tuned into another edition of Classic Tetris Monthly. And this time, it is the Masters event for September 2024. The orange bracket thereof. Pretty excited for this one. We've already got one bracket done already. And that is the green bracket, where it was Dengler who advanced. And now it is time for the orange bracket, and this is what we've got. First match is going to be Blue Scooti versus Vicious Rhubarb. Blue Scooti, of course, the boy who broke Tetris, the reigning Lone Star Championship champion. And Vicious Rhubarb, a long-time member of the Classic Tetris community, looking for his first shot at a CTM Masters event victory. Match number 2, it's going to be KPOKE. Everybody loves KPOKE. And everybody loves Sodium Overdose. And so we will get into that match, of course, when we start. But those are going to be the two matches: Blue Scooti, Vicious Rhubarb, KPOKE, and Sodium Overdose. Pretty excited for that one. But before we even get into it, we got to tell you what this is. And what this is a 16-player single elimination tournament based on the 1989 version of Tetris released by Nintendo for the Nintendo Entertainment System on NTSC consoles. Players can play on emulator or consoles so long as the game mechanics, appearance, and statistics are unmodified, except in the ways we want you to modify them, and we'll get into that. Players can play on any controller so long as there's no big buttons and no turbo functions used, whether mechanical or electronical. Biological turbo only. Players should not receive any real-time advice. That means one mind per game, one game per mind. That's it. Do not have anyone in your ear telling you how to play your opponent's board state, score checks, or anything like that. Just you, your mind, alone with the game. Do not pause unless the commentator tells you. I'm the commentator, so unless I tell you to pause, don't pause. Level 18 starts all the way through the Masters event. That means we'll start on level 18. There'll be 130 lines of that speed, 100 lines of 19 speed, 100 lines of 29 speed, all terminating almost certainly at level 39, where we have our super kill screen implemented. Also, we'll be doing same piece sets re-rolled in between each game of the match. Points over the traditional max out do count, best of 5 throughout, and the winner gets absolutely something. And that is a share in a prize pool which currently stands at $1,227.32 just before the broadcast began. I saw it sneak in there. There was a $1,000 contribution from our good friend Scott Gray 76. So thank you so much to Scott Gray for the $1,000 contribution to the prize pool. Also, there was a contribution from K9 playing Tetris at $111.11. Uncle Ungie in there with $25. Tom J 23.45. Mickelin with the $20. Arbaro with the 20. Zelazawi 11.54. Haunted Warm Bread with the $5. Waldo Frick with the 141, Zempro with the 102, and the Inkton. Also, want to send you over to where you can contribute to the prize pool, and that place is where? Well, you can get there by going to ctm.gg/Matcherino. ctm.gg/Matcherino. If you're watching us live, of course, you can use the Matcherino command in chat, which should bring up the links for you. And you click on that link, it'll bring you to the landing page for the tournament. There's a one-click login. Don't even have to create a separate account. You probably already have an account that it'll let you log in with. Like I log in with my Twitch account. You can log in with your YouTube account. There's other weird accounts that it lets you log in, and you can log in immediately and contribute to the prize pool. There are both free and paid ways to contribute to the prize pool. The free ways are called sponsor quests, and there is, I think, one, which if you sub to Study on YouTube, they kick in 2 cents. It's not a lot, but that's what we got this month. There's also contribution codes, and this is a code that, it's really a button that says claim code, and you just click on it, and Matcherino puts 25 cents into the prize pool. So we have 15 codes remaining. Those are free. You don't have to do anything. You just log in, click the button, and leave if you want to. But that is a nice free way to contribute to the prize pool. And the thing to remember, all right, so right now, if it were to all end right now, first place would get 50%, second get 30%, third and fourth each 10% of the prize pool. But if we do reach $2,000, that is our incentive, then we can pay the top 8 instead of just the top 4. And that is a very motivating thing for a player to go, okay, well, I'll put in a qualifier, because even if I win just one match, I will get a prize. So let's get to that $2,000 incentive. You can do that by contributing. Go to ctm.gg/Matcherino and one-click login. So very easy. Also, if you want to support the channel, you can do so through Patreon. And I want to thank our patrons over at Patreon. We got 3 at our Mega Masters level. Scott Gray 76, K9 watching Tetris, and our newest Mega Masters level contributor, Tacnerus. So thank you so much, Tacnerus, for jumping up to the Mega Masters level. Scott Gray, K9, and Tacnerus really helping us out. Also want to thank our Masters level contributors, Corporal 381 and Shall Be Satisfied. Also want to thank our bracket sponsor level contributors, CatKit91, Jay in the Window, and our newest bracket sponsor level contributors, Troy Dan and Kim S, who I think there's a Twitch name for this person, but I don't know if I'm supposed to say it out loud or not or whatever, but there it is. So I'm not 100% sure if that's what it is. But anyway, thank you, CatKit, Jay in the Window, Troy Dan, Kim S, and then, of course, Corporal 381 and Shall Be Satisfied. Also want to thank our sticker and double sticker club level members. There they all are. I can say them out loud. Just one time. Fancy Meme, Nicholas R, Mike Sam O, Blake M, Corey H, Zelazawi, Ethan, Dakota, Arbarro, Blingus, Edward P.O., DJ Mr. Burrow. Oh, Edward's on there twice. Oh my goodness. Thirsty, Jacobo, Coverdale's 4, Xenowrath, Retro Guy Gaming, Suds 1821, Not Zempro, Abnormal 33, Stanislaw, FCR Plays, and Abnormal's on there twice. We gotta fire the intern. It's all right. They deserve extra thanks. And our community level contributors, Uncle Ungie Chris Hagens, Cox, Danny J, Alejandro, Niels, Jorge, Kavoda Man, Schrodinger's dog, Tessa, and Martin, Chris M, Koi Littlefish, Matt, Holland, DWIFL, Blake M might be on there twice, AS, Corey H, Johannes, Total Radness, Carl M. Thank you all so very much. Well, that's it. I've done enough talking. I don't know if I can do this anymore. I think I'm done. All right, no, we gotta play. We got to play all this. All right, players, I'm going to go ahead and give you your pieces so you can finish your warm-ups. Pieces are going to be C6, 9-3, F7, Charlie 6, 93, Foxtrot 7. Mr. Brain. I want to thank everybody tuning in on Twitch and on YouTube Live. Is this the first series? Yes, it is. Coraline says, go Rhubarb. Rhubarb, go. Get out of here. Go. You want him to go? Oh my God, that's not very nice. Oh wait, no, he stayed. Okay, good. Pieces are C693, F7, Charlie 693, Foxtrot 7. Sugary Cat is here. I'm going to go ahead and refresh both of these streams just to make sure that they are simultaneous relatively. Let's see. Okay. Also want to remind you a couple of things while they're getting ready. It is September on Twitch, so if you are a regular monthly recurring subscriber and you upgrade to a multi-month subscription, you will get a discount. So think about that. Or a new subscriber, you will get a discount. It's pretty good. And also remember Amazon Prime subscribers. All right, Blue Scooti and Rhubarb. I'm ready to get these players started. They are both ready, so let us get them underway. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Now, Blue Scooti, you all know of. Do I even have to mention who Blue Scooti is? Blue Scooti, of course, the boy who broke Tetris. First player to reach the game crash screen in the game of NES Tetris, making worldwide headlines. And Rhubarb, known primarily as someone who makes that kind of L misdrop on the left side of the screen. No, I'm just kidding, of course. Rhubarb, a longtime member of the Classic Tetris community, has several appearances here in Classic Tetris Monthly. It has been the winner of a CTM Challengers event in the past, and also was the runner-up of the Kansas City regional tournament that was won by Blue Scooti. Blue Scooti was a winner of a Classic Tetris Monthly Masters event, December 2023. And the winner of the most recent Lone Star Championship in Austin, Texas. 101 for Blue Scooti as we get underway. 82,000 for Rhubarb. Rhubarb with a Tetris 129, 147 blues for Blue Scooti. Both players from the United States of America. Maybe you've heard of it. And Vicious Rhubarb earning his way into the Masters event by defeating Dan V in the Challengers circuit last month. It's kind of a second chance tournament where the 17 through 32nd seeds are placed and are, from our qualifying are placed there, and they get to play a tournament, and the winner of that gets granted an entry into the next month's Masters event. So Rhubarb defeating Dan V. Actually, had a pretty tough road, I think, through Challengers last month. Defeated Doodle in round one. I'm sorry, not Doodle, but not Doodle, I'm sorry. Rhubarb defeated Sodium Overdose. Yeah, that's what, sorry. Sodium Overdose round one. Cheese in round two. Timmy Kim in the semis. And then Dan V in the finals. Yeah, I don't know why I said Doodle. I was looking at some other part of the screen. But yeah, went through Sodium, Cheese, Timmy Kim, and Dan V to win Challengers. Like, this is how insane Classic Tetris is in 2024, that these players are in sort of what amounts to the second chance tournament. 310 for Blue Scooti as his board starts to climb, gets a couple of long bars here to bring this down with a Tetris, or two Tetrises. He's at 356. Rhubarb taking a skim. He gets a couple of long bars as well. Fancy that. Dan V in Challengers. Yeah, I mean, it's really just the top 16 that make it into the Masters event, and really, in a way, it's kind of the top 11 or 12 because all the semifinalists in Masters get invited back to the next month. So if you win a bracket, you basically earn your way in to the Masters event the next month. We're actually modifying that rule to make it the finals rule. So really, only the top two players will be invited back to Masters, along with the winner of the Challenger circuit. And that will be starting in October. 411 for Rhubarb, 454 for Blue Scooti. I think that should encourage some players to take their qualifiers a little more seriously. So, if you already know you're in, you don't have to. You can sort of, what place do I want to come in? Well, now you have to sort of earn your way in a little bit more. Blue Scooti 481, 440 for Rhubarb. Yeah, someone's saying Dan V in Challengers. Yeah, and Fractal is in Challengers this month. Fractal taking a couple of months off and then finding himself qualifying into Challengers. And you know what? The guy's playing it, I like it. There's a Tetris for Scooti at 122 lines. There's a Tetris for Rhubarb. And we're just a few lines away from the level 19 transition, where the speed will increase by 50%. It's like if you're going 50 miles an hour, then all of a sudden you're going 75 miles an hour in the blink of an eye. Scooti with kind of a high board. We're getting a little bit droughted. Get out your trouts as we enter 19. And Scooty's going to transition in at 599. Rhubarb is in at 544. Scooty's going to miss that spin. It's low enough, as a roller that he can dig his way out of this, but nothing guaranteed even on 19 for these players. In our previous bracket, we did have several alarming top outs on level 18 from top tier players. So anything can happen really on any level. And when it comes right down to it, players do have to execute. There's no gimmies. 577 Rhubarb, 638 for blue Scooti. We're getting a little droughty here as well. And Scooti able to take a couple of burns here, recovers the well. And there's a beautiful L piece to skim that well, that ceiling off the top for Scooti and get a Tetris. 674 for him. Now Rhubarb's in trouble. And Rhubarb's left side is going to be cut off. Is there anything he can do? No. And Rhubarb is going to top out at 589. So Scooti is good in game number 1. Yeah, Rhubarb knocking out Sodium Overdose last month in Challengers in the first round. So I don't know. I'm sure Sodium is kind of maybe rooting for Rhubarb to win so he can take another shot at him in the top 8 here. So, but right now it's Scooti who's up 1-0. Annoying Drought, says Scooti. New pieces are going to be C75167, Charlie 75167. Invictus Rage, thanks for the Prime sub, says thanks Vandy. Thank you. Invictus Rage. Our core line is enjoying the lovely flowers in the background. I am too. All right, let's do our seed checker, C75167. Both are good. And let's get them started. Whoops, in game number 2. Scooti up 1-0 over Rhubarb in 3-2-1 Tetris. Starting off with the L and the S and another L and another L. All right, lots of red pieces to start us off. You know, I've been playing lately and I've been, offline, and I've been trying to say the name of the piece. Like, I recognize that my piece, the name of the piece, the recognition of that is like a little bit off, where I kind of have to think about it. So when I'm playing, I'm actually trying to say the name of the piece out loud. Scooti with a deep channel down the middle of the board, and he's going to get a couple of long bars to downstack that, and he's all the way back down to the bottom. So, you know, trying to say out loud, oh, S, that's an L, that's a J, almost as flashcards. Now, obviously, I don't need to say it for the square or the I piece or the T piece, but it's those L's and J's and S's and Z's. That I just, you know, it's like takes me an extra moment to go, yes, I gotta mentally draw an S or a Z in my head. And you'd think after like basically 7 years of doing this, it would be automatic, but it isn't. I still have to think about it, so try to improve. 121 for blue Scooti, 142 for Rhubarb. He's gonna Tetris, and so will Scooti. So it's about a 1 Tetris lead for Rhubarb. This might be weird request, but Vandy, I'm trying to explain what rolling is to non-Tetris friends. So is it possible to move the player's videos up a bit? Normally, I would comply with such a request, but I've been having trouble when I'm messing with the player scenes, like what I import into the main screen. And you've noticed a couple of times during broadcast over the last couple of months where my OBS has crashed. And so I want to touch those scenes as little as possible. So what I would recommend is going to the players, to their Twitch pages, like to their own Twitch sites. Burrito Dad says, Vandy, I'd like to see what kind of socks Rhubarb is wearing. Can you please zoom up? You got it, buddy. 264 for blue Scooti, 324 for Rhubarb. Yeah, blue Scooti on his alt is just blue_Scooti. If you want to see Scooti rolling. All right, long bar over Rhubarb. Rubar's got a clean well on the left side. Scooti is 2 rows off the bottom. He's got a Tetris well, gets a Tetris 3-1-2. Tetris Rhubarb 373. And Scooty's still working 2 rows off the bottom. He's going to get to work on this, just kind of bringing this down. See what he does. No, he's going to try to... he looks like he's trying to build for another Tetris, and finally he's just going to give in and burn it down. I think he was aiming to get maybe another dirty Tetris or something like that, but the game just fed him too many weird pieces for him to be able to do it, so he just takes the burns, you know, take it on the chin and just have a good board instead of trying to get too crazy. 343 for Blue Scooti, 465 for Rhubarb. Tetris Rhubarb 534. We just crossed the 100 line milestone. So just about 30 lines to go till that 19 transition. Or what in the past was just called the transition. Now we have multiple transitions. Rhubarb pacing a bit here. 579 is going to get a Tetris. 602 with still 14 lines to go till 19. Scooti gets a Tetris. He's past 500. But Rhubarb with almost 100,000 point lead. Rhubarb kind of building a little aggressively over there in column 8 and 9. It's going to cause him to create a gap. So he's going to have a gap to deal with. He approaches a 19 transition. Maybe he's going to try to go for a dirty here. He's going to try to get a Tetris into 19. He's going to take an awkward board as a result, I think. Just didn't quite get the pieces that he was looking for, but he does have a Tetris well into 19. Takes a skim and a quick Tetris, and there we go. 663 for Rhubarb, 601 for Scooti when they have the same line count. So about a 35,000 point lead for Rhubarb. Cranky Hero says, well, there was transition at 19 and transition to kill screen. No one ever said, all right, he's transitioning into kill screen, right? That we didn't say that. We just, say, oh my God, kill screen is approaching, and then get very sad. 684 for Blue Scooti, 767 Rhubarb, but he's got a deep channel that's covered in the middle of his board, so this is kind of a tough formation for him. Let's see if he can get a bar. He's able to take that double to sort of uncover it, but so he is down stacking here. He was bar dependent on that right side, had to just kind of chuck something in there so he could have some burns. So this is allowing Scooti back in, and Scooti just now 3,000 points behind. Rhubarb's going to open that up and get a Tetris column for 1 row off the bottom. So Scooti has cut down this lead substantially. And just about the same line count, Scooti back by 7,000 points. Tetris Scooti 841. There's one Rhubarb 849. Same line count and an 8,000 point lead for Rhubarb. But Rhubarb's board a little more awkward right now, and Scooty's relatively clean. And long bar over Tetris Scooti 906. So Scooti with the lead. All right, Scooti in need of a tee. And there's the tee, and there's the spin. Oh, nice placement to get ready for that tee and get Tetris ready for Scooti here on 26. 980 for Scooti, 1 Tetris away from the max out. which is defined as 999,999 points. Still call it the max out, even in this uncapped era of Tetris. Still a good benchmark for a solid, a solid Tetris game. If you get a max out, you probably played pretty well, even today. A52 for Scooti, A03 for Rhubarb. Trying to set up for one or two last Tetrises here before the 29 transition. Both players with the max. Getting a little droughted. Rhubarb with a skim and a Tetris, A45 into 29. Scooti with a Tetris gets it over. He's got the 1.1. Rhubarb had a Tetris well open, but ended up covering it. A57 for him. So just about 50,000 points behind his Rhubarb. Scooty's board getting a bit tricky here. Needs to uncover, and he's doing it. Rhubarb with a Tetris, meanwhile. Now Scooti is set up for one. Flinging pieces to the left, taking some skims here. And getting droughted with a high board. Long bar over Tetris for Scooti. Hangs a bar on the left, and that's going to do it for him. B57 top out. Target for Rhubarb, B58. Long bar goes in a column 2 for him. The Tetris gets over for Rhubarb, and he's going to take game number 2 to tie it up. GG's to Rhubarb and Scooti. All right, Rhubarb trying to boost his FMS, fair median score statistic. Just grinding out singles for a couple levels, no problem. All right. New pieces are going to be 9E, EF, D3. 9E, EF, D3. So yeah, it is September here at Twitch. So there are discounts for various subscriptions for Twitch. If you, I don't think your recurring subscription gets discounted, but if it's a new one or you go up a level or you go to a multi-month one or something like that. Also, gift subs, I have read. If you gift 5 subscriptions, Twitch will kick in a 6th one for free. Is that true? All right, both players are ready. The pieces are good. Let's get them started. Oh, whoops, that's not the right thing. What was once a best of 5, now a best of 3 between Blue Scooti and Vicious Rhubarb. 3-2-1 Tetris. And if you do want to support us on YouTube, you can become a member of the channel over there. And there's also super chats and stickers and all kinds of things that we definitely appreciate and frankly need the support really any way that you can get it to us. So thanks to those of you who are regular supporters of the channel. It helps a lot. All right, players starting off with all Tetrises. We'll see how long that lasts. And, well, I cursed it. Kind of an early shift there for Rhubarb, so the head shake. He's trying to load his rolling DAS and just early shifted his rolling DAS. All right, Colin is here quoting Tetris Fish. 159 for Scooti. He's going to take his first burn. There's a Tetris after that single. 124 for Rhubarb. Rhubarb setting up the Vits and converting it. End up having to take a couple of burns here anyway. And Scooti getting up a little bit high on the board. Nice double to open up that well and gets a Tetris 208. And another one for Scoot. 231 for him, 150 for Rhubarb. So about a 60,000 point difference when their lines are the same. Coraline says, nice Vits. He likes the Vits. All right, Tetris for both. Still about that 60,000 point difference. Scooti and Rhubarb have met in the past. Maybe two notable meetings. I did mention the CTWC Regional in Kansas City in 2023. That was in the finals, and Scooti would go on to win that one. They also met in the Classic Tetris World Championship in 2024, where Scooti knocked Rhubarb out in the round of 32, or round 1, I guess you'd call it. So maybe Rhubarb looking for a little revenge. They both got to the top 16 in Mega Masters 2024. And that was another meeting. Scooti knocking Rhubarb out. So maybe Rhubarb with a little chip on his shoulder. 421 for Scooti, 362 for Rhubarb. And both of these players actually founders or organizers of local regional Tetris tournaments. Rhubarb with, I think it was called the Mini D on the Screen tournament that just happened recently. And Scooti is co-organizing a tournament, I think along with Pumpy Heart, in Oklahoma next month. And I'm excited for that one because it's at a library. And I worked at a library all through high school, 4 years. I worked at the public library. So I kind of might want to go to that one. I don't know. There's something about playing Tetris in a library that sounds very appealing to me. $583 for Blue Scooti, $467 for Rhubarb. Ben Squirrely says, it's a nice library. Does the age bracket concept also appeal to you? I don't know. I'm interested to see it tried. I tend to favor kind of just open championship and then a specialty championship of some sort, like a DAS tournament. I don't know. I'll have to look into it. I know that there are, I don't know if they're all in the same tournament or if they're grouping people by age or what, but if it's just like the 45-year-old old person tournament, then yeah, I don't know. But Kafka's Cat asking if I've been to the Boston Public Library. Yes. We're into 19. Scooti are at 664, 564 Rhubarb, same line count. So just about 100 or maybe a 90,000 point lead. Oh, the age brackets are just for a special separate score attack. Got it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm considering going. I think the difficulty in running these, events in sort of a public space is like, how do you get the general public involved in some way such that they can meaningfully compete in something? Because all these pros, these sharks, showing up to these events, like, you know, Joe Sixpack or whoever has no shot. 672 for Rhubarb, 859 for Scooti. He's going to get a Tetris 888. I guess you just got to tell the general public, you know, get good. Sorry. Tetris Blue Scooti 949, 707 for Rhubarb. He's going to get a Tetris. Yeah, so I don't know exactly how to cordon off something and say, well, you can't play in this unless you're like not good. You know, it's the not good tournament. Tetris Scooti, he's got the max out A42 on 25. Rhubarb way behind, about 210,000 points behind. B44 Blue Scooti, 843 for Rhubarb. And we're just about 20 lines away from the 29 transition. Long bar over, Tetris Rhubarb 952. Blue Scooti with the C54 into 29. So a 1.25 for Scooti into 29. And he's going to get another Tetris. He's almost got the D here. And Rhubarb going to transition up very, very high here. Almost unsurvivable. And Rhubarb going to top out here in game number 3. Scooti, if you want to mullen it out. It's a pretty high transition. Feel free. And I don't know if Scooty's going to survive. We'll see if he can. I mean, this is so tough. And the answer is no, but Scooty's going to take game number 3 and go up 2-1. Alex T is at level 200 of a rebirth grind. So go check out Tetris Alex T. Burrito Dad has gifted a tier 1 sub to Vicious Ruby. Thanks, Burrito Dad, for gifting that tier 1 sub, I'm sure. Oh, no. Viscous Ruby, not Vicious Ruby. Viscous Ruby. New piece is going to be A4 E066. Yeah, he's at level 211. Kind of want to watch this. Should we just watch? No, we got it. He's like, no. Oh, whoops. Oh my word. All right, Scooty's watching. Oh, all right. Alex is topped out. Everybody, he topped out at level 213. That was a 213 top out for Alex T. All right, A4E066. A4E066. All right, as soon as we can get Skibbity Scooty back. All right, there he is. He's good. All right. That's right, I cursed him. All right, both players are ready. Scooti up 2-1. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Sodium says, never say that again, Vandy. I think I need a, maybe I need a, like a, you know, there's like no tickling the controller voice. Maybe I need a, you know, no skivity this stream. Oh, Rhubarb in trouble right off the bat. Gets a Tetris there, but has kind of a mess in the middle and on the right side. And this is just an odd looking board for Rhubarb. You don't see that board every day. But he's working on it. Still low. He can figure this out. Scooti with the gap in his stack as well that he's going to have to work on, which he does uncover that one finally. All right, Rhubarb gets a long bar down. He's just going to take the double and triples and just bring this board back down. You know, you kind of cringe at having to take so many triples and doubles early on, but it's all right. There's a lot of Tetris to be played, and Tetrises are worth much more later in the game. 104 Blue Scooti, 67,000 Rhubarb. Amata Kiri says, Candy, I just got a job at Amazon. I'ma have to get that Twitch Prime soon. All right, well, congrats on getting a job at Amazon. DJXYRD with the Prime sub. Thank you, DJX. All right, Rhubarb taking a few skims here, waiting out this bar. Square gets over, another skim, and there's a Tetris for both of them. 180 Scooti, 140 Rhubarb. And DJ X has finally jumped over here from YouTube to give you the Prime, and took me 5 minutes to 5 ore. Thank you very much, DJ X, for coming all the way from YouTube just to give us the Prime subscription. I really appreciate it. Rhubarb has got a spire in the middle of the stack. He's building around that. He's going to Tetris it down. So same line count and about a 60,000 point lead for Scooti. Scooti setting up kind of a T-tuck there. He's going to use a Z to spin it in, but he can't spin the Z in. And so that's going to delay him a little bit. And also want to thank a super chatter, Silent Asian 89, with the $10 super chat. Rhubarb with the dirty Tetris. Thank you, Silent Asian 89. Says for the win. Appreciate that. All right, Rhubarb still back by about 60,000. That's a little under 3 Tetrises on level 18. What level is the 800 line level? I forget. $235. Ay, ay, ay. So yeah, if you're over on YouTube, I mean, be like DJ X and come over here to Twitch. And if you got an Amazon Prime subscription, like on Amazon, you know, where you get stuff delivered to you for free, you also get a Twitch Prime subscription that you can apply to the Twitch streamer of your choice. And you get it, you know, as part of your Prime subscription. So come on over here and give it to us once in a while. It's use it or lose it. And I know, you know, whoever the streamer is you give it to is going to appreciate it. Rhubarb with a little snarl in the middle of the stack does have an open well here, though. He's going to end up having to cover that. Scooti set up for a Tetris. Use a long bar to fill in the line dependency column 1. Gets another one for the Tetris over 475 through 118 for Scooti. And Rhubarb falling behind again. Needs to win this one to stay in the tournament. Kingsman 36 with the tier 1 sub. He's been subscribed for 46 months. Coming up on 4 years for Kingsman. We got a transition coming up into 19. 349 transition for Rhubarb and a 546 transition for Scooti. So about a 200,000 point lead for Scooti at transitions. Kingsman says, Vandy, if you had a choice of college football team to root for, would you pick the OSU Cowboys or the Minnesota Golden Gophers? Well, having lived in Madison, Wisconsin for 4 years and been kind of vaguely a Badgers fan during that time, I'm kind of biased, I think, against the Gophers. So I'd have to go with the OSU Cowboys, although I live in Texas, but I don't really care about Dallas too much. $479 Rhubarb, $675. I don't care. I honestly don't care about this whole Texas versus Oklahoma, whatever. $705 for Blue Scooti. $513 for Rhubarb. He's got a couple of rows over the well. Uncovers long bar over. It's going to take some of the pressure off of Rhubarb's stack here, but he is very far behind right now, almost 200,000 points behind. Then again, you know, having a gopher as a mascot. Oh, that flip for Scooti. Did you see that spin tuck for Scooti? That's crazy. I don't even know what happened there. 833 for Scooti, 666 for Rhubarb. He's going to Tetris. But yeah, having a gopher as a mascot, I think shows a lot of confidence, you know? It's not everybody who can just pull that off and just feel, you know, confident. He's like, whatever, yeah, we'll be a gopher. It's okay. You know, what do you got to say about it? You know, come at me, bro. I'm a gopher. Whatever. Tetris for Rhubarb, 795. 906 for Scooti. So Rhubarb starting to close the gap a little bit. 110,000 points behind now. That's true. How come Minnesota and Wisconsin are like badgers and gophers and other rodents? Scooti with the max out on 27. Rhubarb is into 28 at 876. Tetris into 29 for Rhubarb. And he needs to somehow both stay alive and score points. And this is a tough assignment here for Rhubarb. Scooti, A78, one Tetris to go. He's going to take the triple into 29 and take a nice safe board. He's got a lead. So he's just not going to press his luck. Well, the young boy maturing here as a tournament player. Taking the safe strats into 29. B30 for Scooti. 966 for Rhubarb. Tetris Scooti B69. And he's opened that lead back up to about 200,000 points again. Colin with the $10 contribution to the prize pool. Thank you, Colin. Tetris for Scooti C83. That's a 1.283. And continuing to expand this lead, Scooti. Now it's over 300,000 points. And Rhubarb just trying to get this stack down so he can start to build for Tetrises. And this would be a tall order for Rhubarb, even if Scooti were to top out right now. Because we've just got 50 lines to go. And that's going to be a top out for Rhubarb. He's got the max out finally on level 34. And Scooti is good in game number 4. And we'll be moving on to the top 8. We can go ahead and mulling this out. He's got the 1.5, just a Tetris and change away from the rollover, and he gets the rollover. Another Tetris Scooti. There's a Tetris from him. He's got the 1.7. So basically take this score right now and add 1.6 million to it. There's another Tetris Scooti. GG's to you, Vicious Rhubarb. It's tough drawing Scooti in round 1. He's got a 1.8. Another Tetris. He can get one more. And he's going to set up for more. He's setting up for 2. There's 1. And he's got a 1.9 million. So welcome to Club 1.9. Maybe again, Scooti. I think he's gotten a 1.9 before, but that was pretty good. And yeah, that was a huge post for Blue Scooti. That was an 800K post. What the heck? Wow, an 800K post 29. Or post, right? Not post 29, but post 19. That's crazy. Marfram needs to pull post numbers. Colin says, if you would have done that in CTW last week, you would have gotten $75. And here in CTM, you get nothing. Can you get 75 now? I mean, not from me. Thanks to those of you who are continue to do our codes. We got 10 claim codes left. Please do our 10 codes. Would love to get these done by the end of the next match. So if you're watching right now, go to ctm.gg/Matcherino and one-click login with an account that you probably already have. And then you just click on the button that says claim code. It's totally free. Let's see, I gotta line up this dude's camera. All right. Let's see, we gotta get as much sodium in there as possible. Okay. All right, thank you, Biggie Mac, Whoops, and Abby Normal for the 25 cents. Claim codes. We're down to 7. We're down to 6. We're down to 5. All right, Scooti, stick around. You're going to be playing the winner. All right, players, I'm going to go ahead and give you your pieces. So please wrap up your warm-ups if you can. I don't know what that shirt is from Sodium, but I like it. All right, we're doing it. Starlit Oath, Jory Jaha, Tama Rockstar, Jade Hart. We're getting it done. 4 left. 4 left. All right, JDH and DJX. We have 2 left. 2 left. Curie. Or C. Yuri, as I said when they first got in. And then Pog Matt Martin. Claim codes are done. Thank you very much. While you're in there, feel free to contribute straight cash, homie, to the prize pool. Anyway, new pieces. The pieces for this are going to be 5A D8 EC. 5A D8 EC. Why does Bro remember that? Bro remembers that because Bro pretty much remembers everything embarrassing he's ever done and remembers none of the good things that he does or that have happened to him. That's why Bro remembers that. 5AD 8EC. So as soon as these players are ready, we can get started in this round 1 matchup, match number 2 in the orange bracket. Sodium doing one last check of the glove and the controller and everything, but I'm ready to go. So as soon as Sodium is ready, we can get started. Scooti says, wait, that might be my first 1.9. Marfram maybe can confirm. All right, 5AD 8EC. Both players are ready in match number 2 of our round 1 orange bracket. Let us get them started. KPOKE and Sodium in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Starting off with OOLT and Sodium with, okay, might be a little stream delay there. Both players have been in the CTM cinematic universe for a while. KPOKE, I think, getting his start in 2021. And Sodium in 2020? So Sodium goes way back. Sodium, 2019. In fact, Sodium, I think is a fun fact, right? Sodium got 3rd in a challenger circuit in 2019 and lost to Ben Mullen. So how many players playing right now can say that they lost a CTM match to Ben Mullen? Oh no, he won the 3rd round match. I think he won the 3rd round match. Sorry. He finished in 3rd. Oh no, he lost the 3rd round match to Ben Mullen. It's very confusing, this website. Anyway, Sodium has been around long enough to have played against Ben Mullen. So 73,000 here for KPOKE as we get underway. 147 for Sodium. As far as I know, these players have never played against each other in Classic Tetris Monthly, at least in Hopefuls Plus. All right, here we go. Tetris ready here for KPOKE. Both players out of the United States of America. KPOKE coming in, seed number 8. Sodium, seed number 9. Tetris or KPOKE 124. Now, KPOKE has played in the Classic Tetris World Championship twice. and took home a prize in both. Actually finished in the top 16 in 2023 and in the top 32 in 2022. Sodium, the winner, of course, a famous, now legendary event, the Boston Tea Parody in 2024. And came in second in that Dallas Underground event. $377 here for Sodium, $220 for KPOKE. What format did early CC use? Now, I don't know if back then we did have a third place match for a while. I don't know if that was one of the months or if that was we also used to calculate a third place player. So I don't know if that's what happened in Sodium's month. But I don't want Sodium to tell us in chat while he's playing. That is what I don't want to happen. Tetris here for Sodium, 446. 312 for KPOKE. Marfram says there was a weird phase where there were double elimination pools into a final single elimination. Sodium taking that S flat on the right side. That's going to burn away easy and preserve his Tetris well. He gets a Tetris 494. KPOKE with the 337. Yeah, Marfram really knows more than anyone, all the weird stuff. I mean, more than I know. I mean, I was there and I don't remember. In fact, I invented it and I don't remember. Oh yeah, that was one of the months there was like a losers bracket. What were we doing back then? Some of the names that Sodium played in that, by the way, I mean, it's so funny. Like how long of a span Sodium covers. So during that, he played Hazuli, Blank, Moodus. And by the way, Moodus took a game off of him. So that's pretty cool. 591 for Sodium. There's another Tetris. He's got one more available. 614. Here's a Tetris for KPOKE. 438. And then I think it came down to, yeah, Sodium ended up going down to a losers finals because he lost against Jeff. And then against Ben Mullen. So this is how long a span Sodium covers. 663 for Sodium, 517 for KPOKE. And Sodium stacking up pretty high here, but able to get a Tetris to bring this down. And has it's good for a triple down that right side, but no, he's going to burn it away. Just try to get rid of those gaps. For you baseball fans out there, for the three of you, Sodium's like the Jamie Moyer of Tetris. Like he just covers so long of a period that he like played with like some of the old school veterans kind of era people, and now, you know, against players like KPOKE. And this is KPOKE's second appearance here in Masters. 744 Sodium, 658 for KPOKE. Tetris Sodium 773. Marfram says, surely Sodium is way better at Tetris than Jamie Moyer was at baseball, though. I don't know. That's a good question. How would you even compare that? I mean, the guy lasted in the league for, many decades. Or at least spanning multiple decades. It wasn't many, like 2 decades plus. 737 for KPOKE. 900 for Sodium. All right, we're getting the Alex updates in the chat. Alex tops out at 877 lines. 802 KPOKE 931 for Sodium. All right, Sodium's got a bar dependency in the middle of the stack here. That's now a Tetris well. He's going to skim and take that Tetris for the max out here on 27. And KPOKE is one away from the max out, basically. Well, one and change. Well, no, he is one away as we approach the level 29 transition. Yeah, he is one away. Sorry, I can't math today. But when can I? So a triple and a double, and oh, KPOKE's going to hang that bar on that right side. Oh, no, and he's going to top out at 987. So Sodium is good in game number 1. With the 1.1 transition into 29. And KPOKE was kind of right there. He's a little bit high there in column 8, 9, whatever. It was able to bring it down with a triple and a double, and then got that bar and just hung it in column 9. Oh, Sodium says, I forfeited that month. I did not lose to Jeff nor Ben. Oh, he's so mad. He's so mad. I did not lose. I forfeited. Okay, fair enough, but you did lose a game to Moodoo's. And that that will be a permanent blemish on your record. Whoa, whoa, hey. The message I was trying to type was I FF'd. I FF'd. All right, let's get these players some new pieces. New pieces are going to be 48F723. Yeah, you do not have to type in chat. It's not important. Just play Tetris. Sodium says, I've gotten swept by Moodoo's before, actually. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, not in anything that's in Liquipedia. We only have one match between you, and that was in Challengers. All right, so the pieces are 48F723, 48F723. All right, this is all very interesting, Sodium, but all right, we're going to start. Okay, let me check the pieces here. 48F723. Okay, let's get these players started. In game number 2, Sodium up 1-0 over KPOKE, 3-2-1 Tetris. K9 watching Tetris cheered with the 3-2-1 countdown bit, says, go Sodium, go. Thank you, K9. By the way, also thank you, Greek Arrow 3 with the Prime sub. I missed that one during our previous match. Thank you, Greek Arrow 3 with that Prime subscription. Oh, they're saying Alex just won Wordle. Wow. Marfrem says that month, Sodium and Blank forfeited, and Sharky got a bye into the next match. So he literally just got to a free pass past that round. Typical Sodium and Blank behavior in 2019. $159 for Sodium through 28. So all Tetrises so far. KPOKE 101 here, trying to uncover that well in the middle. That is a Tetris well. So just looking to get that uncovered. Gets the wrong L. Uncovered, and a dirty center well Tetris for KPOKE. Going to reestablish that center well. GameScout asking, what would Wordle Rebirth be? And you could do so many Wordles, they run out of words. All right, another center well Tetris KPOKE 178, 253 for Sodium. One thing I want to do is I want to like just restart a whole new New York Times games account and just start all the Wordles from scratch from the beginning. Now that they have a Wordle archive, I just want to like just speed run the whole thing from beginning to now. Would I remember any of them? I haven't played all of them, but I don't know if I don't think I'd remember. Oh yeah. Back in 2022, August, 3rd, it was bland or something. I'm not going to remember that. So I think it's fair. I just want to do them all in one stream. Every Wordle. KPOKE up near the top of the board here. Oh, gets a dirty Tetris. Oh, my word. The game just fed him that dirty Tetris. Ay, ay, ay. All right, KPOKE trying to keep that well open on that right side. Gets a bar over. 277 for him. 372 for Sodium. Curie says 100% skill. Yes, indeed. I mean, I wouldn't have survived. I'd be gone. Remember, the winner of this match takes on Scooti. Sodium with the true Vits, that long bar in the window. 397 Sodium, 345 KPOKE. And KPOKE with that spire in the middle. Having to build around that. All right, he's set up for a dirty Tetris, one row off the bottom. Sodium going to uncover his well. He's at 468, KPOKE 395. There's a bar for Sodium and another one. Tetrises with each of them. And a bar down the right side for KPOKE. He's got a bar dependency down that left side and a Tetris well down the right. Covers that well. So maybe he can... I mean... All right, yeah. He's just going to take this as a triple. He's not going to mess around. And the dirty for KPOKE 453. And he's going to take that triple. See what he's going to do here. Is he going to set up dirty again? I think he's setting up dirty. He wants to go dirty into 19. And he's going to get that Tetris. 485 into 19 for KPOKE. Sodium 609. Still 2 Tetrises available before 19. By the way, thank you, T. Elizabeth, for the $25 contribution to the prize pool. Also, Abby Normal with the $10. And whoops, another rabbit hole with a contribution as well. $5. Thank you very much. Prize pool up to 1281. And we are out of claim codes again. Thank you, everybody, for doing that. 570 KPOKE, 707 sodium. Oh, nice adjustment for sodium for that square. And gonna get a Tetris out of it. Puppy Heart says, I met Abby Normal. She's pretty great. What is not great right now is KPOKE stack, and he's going to top out at 625. And sodium is good in game number 2. Yeah, that was rough. Kind of playing dangerous with some of those dirty wells and things like that, but it's all right. We still got more games to play. Sodium's like, Marfrem, that was literally intentional, okay? It was literally intentional. Why did I make it look aggressive? These kids and their stats. Marfrem and Scout have created a monster. Or many monsters. Many, many monsters. Yeah, mods, don't you have to tolerate that over on YouTube. Okay. Okay. We've got pieces. It's going to be 4-8 F723. We can take a moment here if we need it. Colin is a KPOKE believer. No, did we? I did create a seed, right? D4. Oh, did I read it out loud wrong? I'm sorry. D48408. Nobody pinned it. D48408. I read off the old seed. My apologies. All these moderators, all these mods. My apologies. Canyon Lark says, Vandy, the CTM bio is missing a the. Oh my God. That's been it the whole time. That has been holding us back. All right, looks like both players are ready. D48408. D48408. Let's go ahead and get these players started in game number 3 in 3, 2, 1 Tetris. All right. We gotta, these random messages, they have no problem pinning those. But when it comes to the seed, forget it. All right, we're underway here in game number 3. KPOKE 70,000, 68,000 sodium. All right, let's stop messing around with the pins there. It can be distracting. Now, I need like a moderator, like someone to keep the moderators in check. A couple of long bars down for sodium, 141. All right, Doubts has come over from YouTube to Twitch, says the chat is more lively. All right, Tetris sodium 190. KPOKE with a dirty well here in column 7 and gets that Tetris 151. There's one for sodium 213. Guafi says, also, I just realized how many people have mod. I think pretty much everyone but you. All right, KPOKE gonna get that skim here, open that well back up. Players getting a little droughted, and they're having to take the burns. Yeah, this is a real drought. Get out your trouts. That probably makes no sense to people on YouTube, but on Twitch we have a trout emote. And this is a real drought. I mean, this is no joke. The player's doing well to survive it. And finally, there's the long bars for sodium and KPOKE. They needed all 3 of those to get this stack back down. So great survival. That was a legit drought. .307 sodium, 286 KPOKE, so sodium up by about a Tetris. All right, the entire Scooti clan is here. The winner of this match will play Scooti, so the entire Scooti family is in chat. .401 KPOKE, 400 for sodium. A couple lines separating them, so basically tied. Yeah, those Scooties, they got to go in like ancestry.com or 23andMe and find more people to add to the Twitch chat. Oh, what is that? Okay, so what is the name of that when you overhang the L and then tuck the J under it? That's a something thing. It's like it's named after a player, but I forget. KPOKE with the Vits gets the bar to complete the Vits. Now looking for that Tetris. Is that the blank thing? Jasmine knows all the lore. And Jasmine loves Vits as well. Tetris sodium 537, 459 KPOKE. Sodium first one into 19 at 561. And KPOKE gonna uncover that well. Get a Tetris into 19 at 486. All right, long bar over for KPOKE 560. Scooti Mom says, one of my aunts has 12 kids. Don't worry, most of my cousins don't have Twitch. No, get them all Twitch accounts. Bring them here. And get them to watch ads. That's really the most important thing. 651 sodium, 572 for KPOKE. KPOKE with a Tetris, 599. Started to close that gap a little bit. Sodium, a little bit of burning to do. And kind of a covered left side, trying to figure out how to attack all these gaps. So to uncover that well. Long bar over, Sodium, 692. There's one, KPOKE, 655. And so KPOKE back by about a Tetris in score and about a Tetris in lines. So it's still pretty neck and neck here in game number 3. KPOKE's trying to set up for another dirty here, and he's going to get it, 772. And KPOKE with a small pace lead, although he's back by about 10,000. Sodium going to get a Tetris. KPOKE gets one. So really, very close, really, since KPOKE caught up after 19. Tetris KPOKE 872. Doubts on Twitch says, anyone want to work for me tomorrow and unload my store's truck? Where are you located, Doubts? Maybe there's someone looking for work. 952 Sodium, 914 KPOKE. You run a Dollar Tree in Illinois? All right, well, there you go, everybody. If you want to do some day labor, Illinois. Sodium has got the max out on 28. There's another Tetris A60. KPOKE a Tetris away from having a max out. There is a Tetris and a max out for KPOKE here on 28. Sodium first went into 29 at the 1.1, and another Tetris for KPOKE into 29 at about A60. So back by about 40,000 points. KPOKE has a good board. Sodium gaps in his stack low. KPOKE with a good board here and waiting on the bar. He is Tetris set up and gets it. Tetris B10. He's got the 1.1. Sodium still trying to work this stack down. KPOKE still set up for a Tetris. That left side, though, is a bit of a problem, and I'm not sure what he can get over, and the answer is nothing, and he's going to top out at B15. So he's going to get the 1.1 on level 30. Sodium is already good, and we'll take this match 3-0, but a good performance for KPOKE here in just his second ever Masters event. So KPOKE doing a great job. Hope to see you again. But for now, it's going to be Sodium moving on to round number 2. Doubts says, how long do you think we have to wait for people to make serious time into 39? I don't know. That's a tough one. I can't predict. I'm never going to put it past anyone to figure out how to do something on 39, but I don't think people are going to be routinely setting up for Tetrises and getting him on 39. Let's say this year to be safe. But who knows? I mean, extended, lineouts into, in and past 39. I can see that. I could totally see that. All right, folks, we're going to take a quick break here. We're going to come back with Scooti and Sodium in round 2. So we can watch them warm up if you want. Let me refresh both of their streams. We'll take a 2 plus, I don't know, about a 2-minute break, something like that. And we shall return. And I'm just going to refresh these. There, we can watch them all warm up. And dang nabbit. All right. All right, I'll be back. All right, Mr. Brain asks about for a common 9-letter word having only one vowel. And I know this one, and it is, yes, it is strengths. Am I right? I know I'm right. I've heard that one before. All right. I think I'm ready. So players are doing their warm-ups. Players, when you are done warming up, please go to the menu and I will give you your pieces. You don't think strengths is a common word? Tell me your strengths and weaknesses and you would say, what are you talking about? I don't know what that means. What? I don't even understand what you're saying. Of course it's a common word. How is that not a common word? All right, let's give these players their pieces. The pieces are 6E2D14. Six E2D14. Bobby, tell me your strengths and weaknesses. You can't think of the last time you heard someone say strengths before just now. Do you talk to people? Well, do you do you have a job? You teach for a living? All right, I guess you do talk to people. You ever say one of their strengths was? Anyway, it doesn't matter, because what matters is that we are in round 2 of the orange bracket, and we have a very, very hype matchup between Blue Scooti and Sodium Overdose, and it's taking place right now, and they are both ready. So let us get them underway in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Blue Scooti, you know, as the boy who broke Tetris, made international news as the first player ever to reach the game crash screen, playing so long on a game of NES Tetris that the game just it ran out of places to look for what colors the board should be, and so it just crashed. And that had never been done before, and it was a viral news story back in the early part of this year. Also, the winner of Classic Tetris Monthly in December 2023. MTG says, Vandy, try not to mention Scooti Crash every time he plays. Well, you do realize that each of these matches gets chopped up into an individual YouTube video, right? So I have to reintroduce the players for each match so it makes sense when it gets cut into an individual video. And this could be the first video that someone ever sees of a Classic Tetris match, and so you want to contextualize the players a little bit every time. So I can't believe my my executive producers have wandered over to Twitch, but here they are. 84,000 for Sodium, 122 for Blue Scooti. Of course, Blue Scooti, the winner of a CTM Masters event December 2023. And the reigning champion of our Lone Star Open Championship. Oh my goodness, Sodium pulls that L back to make room for that bar to go down, and wow. Scooti also an inductee into the Oklahoma Sports Hall of Fame. Believe it or not, that is a thing, and he's in it. Amazing. And Sodium, a longtime player in the Classic Tetris scene, starting way back in 2019, which is practically a million years ago, and has played in multiple Classic Tetris World Championships. And, you know, having a bit of success. Top 16 this year in the CTWC. Also the winner of a legendary regional tournament in Boston this year called the Boston Tea Parody. Ha ha ha. And Sodium looking for a shot at his first ever Classic Tetris Monthly Masters event title. And Tetris Sodium 339, 335 for Scooti as we get underway here in this match in game number 1. These players have played against each other a couple of times in CTM. They both this year in February and July Masters events, with Scooti winning each one 3 games to none. So Sodium may be looking for a little vengeance here. Yeah, Scooti knocking Sodium out in round 1 of both of those events. So this is the first time they'll be meeting in a top 8 in the Masters event. $479 for Sodium, $454 for Blue Scooti. K9 watching Tetris with the 3-2-1 countdown bit says, "Go Sodium, go." K9 figuring, there's probably enough. There's enough Scooti fans in chat here. We're going to root for Sodium. I like it. Yeah, these Scooti family really, packing the chat here full of Scooti fans. $572 Sodium, $516 for Blue Scooti. But of course there are a lot of people who've been introduced to the classic Tetris scene as a result of the Blue Scooti story and are big fans of Scooti. So that's good to see that, there's some appeal there to like regular, normal people, which is nice. 621 for Sodium into 19, and I think it was about 563 for Sodium for Scooti into 19. And I'm probably gonna mess that up over and over. Scooti and Sodium, the S's and my old addled brain. 675 Sodium, 640 for Blue Scooti. The Scooti backed by about a Tetris and a half. Tetris is here worth about 27,000. Long bar over Tetris Sodium, and of course the score for a Tetris goes up 1,200 points every level. All right, Scooti uncovers that right side, but he's going to go to work. Just take care of those gaps right now on that left side. And he's going to take a triple to uncover that right. Start to build out that left a little bit. Long bar over Sodium. Another one here with a couple of Tetrises. 823. Oh, Pumpy Heart in chat identifying as a normal person. Okay. If you say so. 862 for Scooti, 917 for Sodium. If by normal you mean a norm, like something we should all be like, well, hard to disagree. Pumpy, solid dude. 959 here for Scooti. A47 for Sodium. He's got the max. There's a Tetris Sodium A81. Scooti just a few thousand points away from the max out. Sodium with a 1.1. And there's a Tetris Scooti. He's got the max on 27. Tetris Sodium B52. A44 Scooti. The B means 1.1 million. The A means 1 million. And then, C means 1.2 million and so forth. Until we run out of letters. We just turn the score over back to 0. So both players now into 29. Scooti trying to get set up for a Tetris. He is set up. Long bar over Tetris Scooti. B92, but D03 for Sodium. Scooti set up again, gets another Tetris. C39. Left side for Sodium. Going to need a bar. He's going to need a bar in some direction or other. And now Sodium in trouble. Bar over for the Tetris. He's going to have to burn this down. And he's all right. It looks like he's making some progress here. But now that right side is going to need a bar. Now the left side might be cut off. Sodium trying to eke out some points here. And he's going to top out at D59. The target for Scooti is D60. D60 is the target. We'll need more than a Tetris to do it. And now I think just about a Tetris would do it. Once you get to level, what is it, 35, then it's 40,000 is Tetris's. He's just going to do it singling and doubling, though. Tetris's can be risky, and no need to take that risk against a topped-out opponent. So, good tournament strats here for Scooti. Just singling and doubling, playing safe. And that is going to do it here in game number 1. Scooti goes up 1 game to none. And Scooti immediately goes into aggro Mullen mode. And that will be, I would say that's an aggressive top out. All right, B2, B2, 7-4. B2, B2, 7-4. Thanks, Squirrely. Sodium says, we have seeds like B2, B2, and they try to tell me it's not scripted. Doubt says, if we get a C4, 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 I'm leaving. Canyon Lark says, how long is the info delay between the players and does it vary? Like Scooti knowing he can line out. Usually under 10 seconds. All right, both players are ready. They've got the pieces in their Tetris machines, and we will now begin match number 2 in 3, 2, 1 Tetris. Blue Scooti on a little bit of a good run here in Masters. He was in the finals last month. Sidnev got her first ever Masters victory, but Scooti was in the finals. And then the month before that, Scooti was in the finals again against Alex T. And the month before that, Scooti was in the finals again. So Scooti, making a lot of deep runs here, going for Masters win number 2. Yeah, Canyon Lark saying, couldn't the players be in a Discord call with each other? I mean, if they want to be informally in a call with each other, that is fine. I can't necessarily make it mandatory because I don't feel like every player wants to be in a live Discord call while they're playing. And I don't feel like... I think they should have the option not to be distracted in that way. But if they want to be in a Discord call with each other, they can. The only thing is, like, I can't police what happens in there. And while I would never think any of the players would say, oh, you just gotta chase me down to, 1.1 and you really needed a 1.2. Like, no player would really ever do that. But then if there was a dispute, I really couldn't, I couldn't do anything about it. So that is the one, again, there's that kind of dirty play is not something that really happens, but $1.99 super chat from Alex Thatch says, big fan. Thank you, Alex Thatch, for the super chat. I'm a big fan as well. Alex T, a 3-time winner of this event just this year. Scooti sets up for a Vitz and gets the Vitz. 322, 323 for Sodium. Toka says, fried chicken or burrito? That's tough. I think I'm going to go fried chicken. Like, I would travel for fried chicken. I probably wouldn't travel for a burrito. And in fact, in a way, I probably have traveled for fried chicken. Like, half the reason to go to Nashville is for hot chicken. 416 for Scooti, 373 for Sodium. All right, Tetris Scooti, 484. He's 10 lines ahead. Colin says, next time I'm in Austin, let's get hot chicken. All right. Colin was very nice. He visited Austin and he took me out to basically a hot chicken place, though we did get chicken sandwiches there because that's the meme. Sodium going to miss with that L piece. That's going to create an extra gap there. We'll see what he can do. He's just 21 lines or so before 19, so he should be able to clear this away. Not a lot of problems. Let's see if he's going to set up for a dirty, and he is set up for it. He's going to get one, but he ends up having to put some more garbage on top of kind of that column 10, which is not yet a well, but it's where he wants to put his well. Meanwhile, Scooti just humming along. 623 transition into 19 for him. And now Sodium in a bit of a slowdown. Just a few lines to go. There's a Tetris for Sodium, bringing that stack back down. Importantly, as we approach 19 on his side. 522 transition for him. No, he's not going to set up on that left well. He's just going to burn this all the way back down. Game Scout giving us the Otani update. Just hit number 47. How many games left for the Dodgers? 704 Blue Scooti, 582 for Sodium. And I don't know, is Ohtani, who is really only a DH, should he be the MVP? That's a big question. 609 Sodium, 759 Blue Scooti. Yeah, Ohtani is not pitching. Dias Allure says, who is Ohtani and what is a DH? All right, both players kind of in slowdowns here. This would be a great opportunity for Sodium to try to cut into Scooty's lead, but he's just nowhere near being downstacked. Oh, and kind of aggressive there. Set up in column 3. That's going to be good for a triple. It's going to bring some order to his board, though, the way he set it up. And Scooti now is out of his dig, and he is set up for a Tetris and gets it. 853 for Scooti on level 25. 10 lines ahead of Sodium. Sodium now clean and looking to get set up. Could have used those S's one piece earlier to set up for the Tetris. That's okay. He's going to get it. 757 for him. So Sodium back by about 160,000 points and back by 8 to 10 lines. So he's got lines in hand, but this is a true lead for Scooti. Tetris Sodium 860, A17 Blue Scooti. There's a Tetris Sodium 894. I don't know what Sodium's shirt is, but I like that. Whatever dog that is, I like it. I don't know. It's making me want to get another dog. 903 Sodium, A93 into 29 for Scooti, but a very awkward, kind of high board. But some nice pieces on that left side for Scooti. He's open on that left side, a split triple, and Scooty's going to bring this board down very easily. So some great pieces. Sodium, Tetris into 29. He's a little high here for 29. Long bar over Tetris Sodium. So he's going to survive. 986 for him. B26 for Blue Scooti. The B stands for 1.1 million. All right, there's a bar to column 3 for a triple for Sodium. He's trying to get set up again. Meanwhile, Scooti Tetrising. B73, about 160,000 point lead. And, after all that, there was a point earlier when Scooti had that 160,000 point lead. So it has not actually changed all that much since then. Ooh, kind of rough on that right side for Scooti. He's going to have to uncover. And he does uncover. Long bar over to sort of fill in the right side. He's going to get a triple to bring it down, and he's now back down to safety. Sodium now looking to get set up. He's back by still 160,000 points or so. Tetris for Sodium, B23. Scooti now trying to burn this away again. He's got a gap in on row 1, and he's going to expose that gap. And oh no, Sodium left side. He's filling it out. The board's starting to climb for Sodium here on 34. And he's trying to bring it down. He's about 8 rows high, kind of working 6 to 8 rows high, trying to bring this down. And he's just about clean again. Scooty's board's starting to climb, and he's kind of in on a bar. Gets the bar down for a Tetris and a D60. Can he get something over? It'll only be a triple, and he gets it over to that left side. D75 Scooti. C00 for Sodium. So Scooti opening up that lead a bit while Sodium burns. And Sodium needs to start scoring because he's only got 22 lines to go. Scooti gets another Tetris, and that's going to put it out of reach. And Sodium's board climbing anyway. I don't think there's much Sodium can do here, but I've been wrong before. We'll see. Another Tetris for Scooti, F68. So a Tetris short of the rollover for Scooti and a C22 for Sodium in game number 2. GG's. Wow. I mean, for sodium to last that long, crazy. Thanks for the bits, Tama Rockstar. Sodium says, I might be 0 for 9 against Scooti all time. Yeah, actually, if you count CTL, you're 0 for 12 plus these two, so 0 for 14. So you got 2 CTMs and 2 CTLs, and you're 0 for 12. And these two are 0 for 14. Scooti says, bro, I'm sorry, Sodium. All right, as soon as Sodium comes back, we'll give the pieces. All right. Yeah, I've never lost against Blue Scooti. That's for sure. Yeah, Scooty's never beat me ever. And let's keep it that way, really. All right, so those are the new pieces, 611E C3. Thanks, Squirrely. Six one one EC3 when you're ready, players. By the way, I want to put in another plug for the Matcherino. If you do want to contribute to the prize pool, you can do it right there. Use the Matcherino command to contribute to the prize pool. Our goal is 2,000 every month. That lets us pay our top 8 players. So please, if you are inclined to do so, please do so. All right, let's get these players underway. It is game number 3. Scooti is up 2-0 over Sodium in 3-2-1 Tetris. And Sodium said basically he thought he was 0 for 9 against Scooti in, game-wise, and it was worse than even that, and he was 0 for 12. So Sodium looking to take his first ever game off of Scooti, if you include CTM and CTL, Classic Tetris League. All right, Scooti looking for his first Tetris as we get underway, and there it is. Thank you, K9, watching Tetris for the 100 bits. It says, time for Sodium Overdrive. And Tama Rockstar with the 3-2-1 mini countdown bits. Thank you, Tama Rockstar. I kind of want to just call you Tamarock. All right. The Twitch chat, you have to realize Doubts came over from YouTube. So there's a little bit of a culture shock where you can't just roast the players here. People don't really roast the players on Twitch here, so. That's all right. He's adapting to the new culture. 185 from Sodium, 165 from Scooti. That's all right, Doubts. You're one of us now on Twitch. It's okay. All right, 233 for Scooti. 254 for Sodium. Players getting a little bit droughted. And that, of course, is one of the big skills here in competitive Tetris, drought management. You know, droughts are going to happen, and you can't just say, well, what am I supposed to do? It was a drought, right? You have to survive droughts. Tetris for both, 324 Sodium, 306 Blue Scooti. Although back in the old days, that was more of a thing where people would say, well, you know, they'd be like, well, I was doing this and this, and then I got droughted, and everyone would nod like, oh yeah, you got droughted. But that's no excuse. You're supposed to survive droughts. That's like a tournament skill, not just like, yeah, I got droughted. $416 Sodium, $397 for Scooti. Scooty's going to Tetris $420. So they're basically just trading the lead back and forth. When their lines are close, Sodium has got the lead. Wait, is that Foiled Thrice is in chat? What? Have you been chatting this whole time? Whoa. Foiled is in chat. He comes in, he doesn't chat for like 2-3 years, then he's back and says science hadn't yet invented the words skill issue. Well, welcome back, Foiled. Spoiled the rice. Foiled the rice. 531 here for Sodium, 534 for Blue Scooti. What, Tetris Rue is in chat? Oh my word. Where have all these people been? Marfram says, Vandy, you actually have to hold the bear tournament now. True. We've got Rue and Foiled in chat. We have to do the bear tournament. 563 for Sodium. 581 for Blue Scooti. And Moodoo's is here? What the heck? It's like Tetris 2019 all over again. All right, if anybody's lurking and they haven't said anything since 2019, now is the time to chat. Rory, seldom seen. Oh, Joey, Indie Rocker 81, live from New Zealand. Cousin Avi has gifted a tier 1 sub to Tetris Rue and to Foiled Thrice. Thank you, Cousin Avi. Huge transitions from these scores. While we're joking around, pretending it's 2019 again, these players are getting high 600K transitions. 700 here on 19 for Blue Scooti, 662 for Sodium. Cousin Avi with another tier 1 sub to Moodoo's. Thank you, Cousin Avi. I feel like sometimes these really high paces can be cursed a little bit because you see players like get 700K transitions or close to it, and then somehow they end up like topping out on level 24. So let's see if they can avoid that. I'm trying not to curse it. But you do see that happen a lot. All right, Scooti up a little bit high on this board. And got to figure something out. Long bar over to the right side really helps. So that was clutch, being able to uncover that right side. 906 here for Scooti into 24. 792 for Sodium, still on 23. Tetris Sodium, 822, back by about 84,000 points. Well, Marfram, we need a shot at playing the Say the Line song. These matches are taking, are not taking a lot of time. Tetris Scooti, 973. There's one Sodium, 885. Max out for Scooti on 25. A lot of 8s for Sodium. Look at all those 8s. All right, Tetris Sodium, 920. A37 Scooti. Foil says, what's the cap these days? Still 39? Yes, 39 cap is, and probably will always be the meta. We're not messing around too much with the format these days. It's fun to get statistics that are consistent so we can compare performances. B75 for Scooti, still 3 Tetrises possible if he can go perfect before 29, but no, he's going to have to take a skim here. There's one Tetris C13. He's got the 1.2. And there is a Tetris into 29 for Scooti with the 1.249. And Sodium here working with the 1.1. There's a bar in. He's going to transition in at B66. So big transitions at 19. Pretty good transitions here at 29. And Sodium needs to win this one to stay in. He's currently back about 190,000 points. Scooti can sort of take his foot off a little bit. Doesn't have to be as aggressive as if it's close. So we'll see what he's going to do here. Long bar over, gets a Tetris. And he's set up on the left well. Let's see how he's going to attack this. Left well, Tetris Scooti. Perfect well transfer. Sodium set up in column 3. Has to take a skim, can't use the bar for the Tetris. He's trying to keep this open. And it's like, why? Whenever you go for one of these, crazy wells, you just get, oh no, and Sodium is in trouble. And that's going to be a top out for Sodium on level 32. And Scooti is good in game number 3. So another shutout here for Scooti against Sodium. And great play from Sodium. I mean, he played great, but it's always tough to run into a player like Scooti who is really on top of his game. And Scooti with 3 straight finals appearances. So that is tough to run into a player like that. And Scooti now with the 1 point. Oh my word. So Scooti with a 1.85 right now on this Mullen. Gets a Tetris over. He's got the 1.9 again. Scooti is just in sicko mode. Another 1.9 again. How do you beat that? How do you beat that? I don't know if he had a 1.9 in Masters coming into today, and he's got 2. 3? 3? Did he get 3? I think he got 3. Colin says, would have been a 2.1 if not droughted on 36. Yeah, Barfram, his next best in CTM was 1.8 before today. Yeah, so he didn't have a 1.9. He gets multiple here in the orange bracket. And Scooti is your winner. There he is, your bracket winner, Blue Scooti. Big Scooti face right there on the screen. There you go. Congratulations to you, Blue Scooti. He's shaking. He's so excited. Oh, wait, no, that's me. Thanks, Sodium. Thank you, everybody. What a great time. So when is the next Masters? I don't know. The scheduling has been a nightmare this month, and I don't exactly remember. But if you want to find out, go to the CTM Discord, ctm.gg slash... What is it? No. Yeah, ctm.gg slash Discord. Definitely discord.gg slash CTM works. Also want to thank... also want to make sure to tell you one thing. Hey everybody, it's your old pal Van Dweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly, and I'm asking you to do me a favor. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell. And follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/monthlytetris. Thank you, and have a nice day. All right. Also want to thank our patrons here again. Mega Masters level, Scott Gray 76, K9 watching Tetris, and Tacnerus coming in huge, supporting the channel. Masters level, Corporal 381 and Shall Be Satisfied. Also the bracket sponsor level, Cat Kit 91, Jay in the Window, Troy Dan, and Kim S. Thank you very much. Also want to thank our Sticker Club and Double Sticker Club level members and our community level members as well. Support us on patreon.com/monthlytetris. Appreciate that. Please contribute to the prize pool. Go to ctm.gg/Matcherino, MATCHERINO, to help support the prize pool. I want to thank people who contributed during this broadcast, including who? Whoops, Another Rabbit Hole, T. Elizabeth, Jore Jaha, Abby Normal, Pag, Pog, Matt Martin, Pag, Curie, DJ X, JDH, Starlit. Oh, those are all coupons. What am I doing? Abby Normal with the 10. I'm reading like the coupons, but thank you all for doing coupons. Colin with the $10 contribution. Scott Gray with the $1,000 contribution. It's okay. Thank you. K9 playing Tetris with $111 contribution. And everybody else who did these contribution codes and everything like that. Also want to thank Alex Thatch for the $1.99 super chat, and Silent Asian 89 $10 for that super chat. All right. Europe, go to sleep. America, stay up. We will find you some more Tetris to watch. YouTube, you are dismissed. I have nowhere to send you. And we'll see who is playing the Tetris that we might want to raid. How long is Meme going? Pixel Andy is going. There are mock qualifiers. Zempro says it is time. Ramations has a new glove. I should raid Mari, raid Zempro. Oh my goodness. All right, the first person to say, well, I don't know. I'll just do it randomly. Mari, I'll raid Mari. Mari does a lot. We're going to raid Mari. Zempro is fishing. Zempro is totally fishing. Let's see. Mari. Is it 2 underscores? Hold on. It's 2 underscores. It makes it hard to raid you when you have like a bunch of underscores in a row. All right, but Zempro also helps out a lot. So also if you want to check out Zempro, go over to Not Zempro as well. I can only raid one person at a time. And we haven't raided Mari in a long time. But we did raid Zempro the other day, so I think that's fair. All right, thank you, Commodore Friday, for gigantifying an emote. Take care, everybody. Join the Discord, discord.gg/CTM. The whole schedule will be there. We got more coming up, believe me. Oh, my God. This weekend is going to be nuts. All right. Bye-bye.